Okay, I welcome everyone. You forgive me about the background noise, but it is a problem to do with the environment I've recorded this video from. So I've recorded this video today to discuss on various issues, especially issues to do with agriculture. First of all, my name is Boniface Atukunda. I'm an agronomist. Yeah, that is my profession, by the way. Yeah, so I welcome you on my YouTube channel, and for those who are following from different platforms, that is to say, TikTok, Facebook, and various platforms. Different platforms, maybe some people will be sharing these videos too, and maybe I've not mentioned them in the platforms above, but well, it's all good. So we will be having different segments on this issue. You know, agribusiness is a very big idea. So we'll have different issues to discuss on this matter. So one, I will first, without going too far, I'll be making this interview in two languages, mainly English, and for those who know a bit of Luganda, I'll be mixing some bit of Luganda and other languages that will be coming in. You never know. So maybe giving you a simple background on this program. This program will be having different people. We'll be hosting different people. We'll be hosting farmers. We'll be hosting entrepreneurs. We'll be hosting students. Yeah, students who are doing agriculture from various institutions. Yes. Yeah. So that is it about that. Yes. Before I go too far, let me introduce our today's topic. Yeah, our today's topic is agribusiness investment. So we have two words in this matter. One, we have agribusiness. Then the other word, we have investment. So what is agribusiness investment? Let us first define agribusiness. Agribusiness, this is let me call it a discipline. This is a discipline of practicing agriculture mainly for income. Income, I mean the money that comes in. Let's say you have decided to do something and you're expecting some money from that thing. So this is now the discipline of doing agriculture, and you're expecting money from that agriculture. Yeah, so that is agribusiness. Then investment, this is where you still, it is in the same line, but now investment is now the act of you putting in this matter money, putting money in something, expecting profits. No one has ever invested and is expecting losses. Everyone who invests, he wants profits. So now in this matter, it is putting money in agriculture to get money from agriculture. I don't know if now it is clear. So before we go too far, I have different agriculture activities that I think can help you make more money. So what are these different agriculture activities? I will first mention them. I have around 12 activities, and these activities, research has it that they are very profitable. So the first activity is fish farming. Then the other activity is poultry farming. Then we also have mushroom farming, dairy farming. We have hydroponic farming. Yeah, hydroponic farming, this is where people are growing different, for those who are living near water bodies, you grow things on water. I don't know. Yeah, so that is it, growing on water. So some of you are surrounded by lakes and you're like, I don't have where to practice agriculture from. Yet that source of water is also it can also work as it can also work as a platform for planting your crops. Yes. So we also have snail farming. I don't know if you have heard of this snail farming, but it is becoming prominent lately. People are picking. People are picking with this kind of farming. We also have bee farming for those who are interested in making honey. Yeah, so this is a good platform for you. We also have herb farming. Herb farming is where you find people are growing different herbs. This time round, they are not crops for eating, but they are herbs for either medicine or spicing up some drinks. Let's say you have herbs that can spice up tea, that can spice up juice, so those things. Yeah. Then we also have growing microgreens. Growing microgreens. You know that kind of farming whereby people grow those vegetables. Yeah. So mainly those are a few agribusiness activities that you can do that can at least make you earn something. So at this point, I just wanted to outline those factors. Then I wanted to let you know there are some issues that should drive you before you start up an agribusiness investment. So one, you should I'm going to mention the key factors. However, there are very many factors that should lead you to the starting of an agribusiness investment, but they are those that are key. So the first factor before you do anything, the first factor should be the interest. Are you interested? Are you interested in that activity? Because you may have whatever it takes, but when you lack interest, you can never do that activity unless you yourself are interested in that activity. So after having the interest, of course this is obvious. You should after having the interest, then this is obvious. We should now look at the capacity. Here at the capacity, we have different subunits that are incorporated in the capacity. One, actually, when you look at your capacity, you should be having the following. One, you should be having the money. You should be having the money to invest in that activity. That is one. Then two, you should be having land. Then three, you should be having the knowledge about the activity you're going to invest in. Yeah, here the knowledge, it is not necessary that you should have gone to school, maybe to do agriculture so that you can invest in agriculture. No, here the knowledge, we acquire knowledge on different platforms. For example, this platform is also available for you who is lacking agriculture knowledge to learn different agriculture skills. So you can also acquire the knowledge from reading from the internet. Yes, you can read from the internet and know what you need or what it takes to invest in a given activity. Yeah. So then after that, there are other activities that you should do before. I have talked about the knowledge. I've talked about earlier, before I talked about the capacity, I've also talked about the knowledge. So then the other activity we should look at the investment you're almost investing in. Does it have the market? Do you have a ready market for that activity? For example, here in Uganda, there is a rising demand for mushroom. Most of the people that go to different hotels, they demand for mushroom soup. So, meaning there is demand for mushrooms. So, for someone who is dealing in mushrooms, you're good to go. There is ready market. Then the other thing I talked about, snail farming. snail farming, it still has market. Why? Because a few people have ventured in it. So for the meantime, market is there. Yeah, though it is still small, but it is there. You can never have your snails and fail to get where to sell them. I will talk about the snail and maggot farming in the next episode, but for now, let me bring it in a broader view. So that is it. So after knowing the market, you should also look at, remember, when you're investing in a given product, you don't expect, actually, you don't want to make any loss, because you invested in your money and you want profits. You want profits from that investment. So above all, you should also look at the post-harvest management. So what do I mean? In case you have produced your produces and let's say the money you want is not yet on the market, you want to give it time and get money and get at least get higher prices for your products. What do you have to do? So that is the post-harvest management. Or let's say your products are ready and you're maybe ready to keep them or ready to put them on market. So you should have this discipline of post-harvest management. Post-harvest management, those are activities are done to our products, agricultural products, after harvesting them or during harvest. So in this aspect, we have to make sure that we know how to handle our finished agricultural products. So there are, of course, there are also different ways you can get to know how to handle these agricultural products, these ready agricultural products. Yeah, one, you can deal with that. There are some experts that are meant to do that. Yeah, you can also get let's say an agribusiness expert. For example, there are different agribusiness experts there who have dealt with let's say export. They have that post-harvest management knowledge. So that is also a serious issue before you invest in agribusiness investment. So so those are some of the key factors. That you should consider before doing an agribusiness investment. However, there are some other many micro factors that you can also consider. Yeah, for example, we have you should have a source of fertilizers. You should look at what you should have a clear water source. So those are minor, but the ones I've given you before, those are the basic ones. So for the first time, let's stop at that. However, in our different segments, we'll be breaking down those are the agribusiness activities that I mentioned before. So in the next episode, I will talk about maggot and snail farming. For those who are interested in maggot and snail farming, get hooked. Please make sure that you subscribe for you to always follow what we are posting and what we are talking about agribusiness. So meanwhile, I welcome you all on this platform. I remain as Atkunda Boniface, of course, an agribusiness expert and also an agronomist by profession. So thank you very much. Keep hooked.